You ever feel like somebody tested you, like your kids? You know how your kids test you? This is what you have to deal with when you're an entrepreneur. Some people are just going to test you just to see how they can chastise you, just to see, like if she really about what she about. And from one entrepreneur to another, just be ready, put on your best. Don't you dare step out of character. Put on your best. You handle it so respectably, and you do your big one. Do your big entrepreneur big one. Shit on them in the big, best entrepreneur way, the best response. We ain't getting smart. We ain't cussing them out. They gonna test you just to see how they can chastise you, and don't you ever fold, okay? But welcome back to another episode. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it. Girls Need Real Estate Podcast. Hope to see y'all at the event in March. Just added something else to the event. Lord Jesus, it's going to be in March, so you got a few months to plan. I hope to see y'all there. This episode, we are going to be talking about money secrets that people don't tell you, and I'm going to be giving you like some pointers on business, on where I stand. I'm not a business coach. I'm not a financial guru. I'm not an accountant, CPA. I'm none of that. This is just something that has helped me in my business over the years. So I just want to kind of give it to y'all. One of the things is switching to an S Corp. So I was recently in LLC. I don't really know the correct terminology because, again, that's not my taxes. It's not my thing. Accounting is not my thing. But I recently switched over to an S Corp after having to pay like over $50,000 in taxes one year. This was in 2020. Y'all know everybody was making all that money back then. I had so many taxes to pay. Looking back, if I would have been in the correct entity as an S Corp today, I would not have had to pay that much money. But nevertheless, so now I'm at an S Corp, and now I don't have to pay as much. So definitely look into an S Corp if it fits your business model. I don't know if it will, but I know that is something that has helped me. Also, capital gains tax. That's when you own property and you exchange one property for the next, so you're not really having to pay taxes on that property. That's called a capital gain tax. That's something that I practice in my business as well. Also, I have to have this conversation with a lot of my mentees, and I want to give it to you guys too, because this can be a business tip. Stop sharing your wins with your friend who's not mentally, educationally on that level. Okay, home ownership is not your cousin's business. Okay, because a lot, especially if they don't get it, but now if they understand it, yeah, but still don't even share. Okay, because this is just gonna make it harder for you and your realtor. Home ownership is not your cousin's business. And what I mean by that is that a lot of times when we share information, y'all know those one posts where people be like, I don't care if you have a mortgage, you will never be able to pay it off. You will never own it. And it's yada, yada, yada. Says who? Can you go to your landlord and ask to pull out equity to go on a vacation or to buy another property or to pay off some debt? Can you do that? Can you pay your mortgage? Can you ask your landlord, can you pay your mortgage on the 14th or the 15th? No, they're going to look at you like you're crazy and you might get put out. Okay, so homeownership is not your cousin's business. It's so many advantages of owning a home, y'all. I would not be here if I wouldn't have just taken that first action to owning a home. I would not have been here. And when you sell your home, you get all of the rent back that you pay, plus you get a tax break. So just like you get a tax break for having kids, you get a tax break for owning a home every time you file your taxes. And guess what? You'll be able to own your dream home quicker the moment you start owning that property. And it don't have to be a major property. Just get a starter home, a live-in flip, a lipstick flip, something that you can live in so you can get to the next property. Next thing you know, you in your dream home, you in your luxury estate. You can't really get to that if, what they say, your manager will never pay you enough to be their neighbor. And I'm going to leave that one right there.
Hey, it's your favorite radio personality here, your girl, Miss E-Class. And I want to make sure you get your tickets to the Girls Need Real Estate Summit, an investors playground for all women in any industry, from health fields to real estate to investors to whoever. Whether you're looking to purchase internationally or locally, this is for you. Trust me, there's going to be so much going on March 2025 in Atlanta. And if you need help with funding, I'm talking about getting approved right on the spot. Girls Need Real Estate is the spot to be at, okay? Get a special discount on your ticket at girlsneedrealestate.com using the code GNRE at checkout. Be sure to tell them Miss E-Class sent you and thank me later, boo.
Credit cards. Let's talk about credit cards. So I was watching this documentary on how credit cards were created or whatever. And let me give y'all a quick story on how they were created. They were created because this guy, he created the credit card and he went door knocking in a very wealthy neighborhood, and the ladies were just paying bills and shopping while their husband was at work, making all the millions of dollars. And he said, okay, if you use my credit card, I'm going to give you entrance and I'm going to reward you. And you like to travel, I'm going to let you travel. So credit cards were really designed for wealthy people. Okay, that's his target. That was his target market. You can look up this documentary of how the credit card was invented. Look it up on Google or whatever. But so he went out to these ladies. He pitched the idea to them. They signed up for him. Tell me why these ladies, they were so brain dead. Like they were so used to being rich, they forgot to pay the card back. So now he's getting entrance from the credit card. The husbands done went bankrupt because they just shopping, forgetting to repay the credit card off, and that's how they win. When you lose your home, they make money when your house goes into foreclosure, when you lose that property, because they got insurance on your property. That's how they make their money, from the interest on your credit card. So credit cards, use them as an advantage. They're not for traveling, shopping. Use them to buy real estate. And I have a class called it's the credit card class, how to buy property from a credit card. And it talks about how my investor used the credit card to buy property. So you definitely can learn a lot from credit cards. I've used them multiple times. People have very high limits. Use your credit cards in a way to help you get ahead. Okay. Another one is business credit. I know business credit is something that's kind of new to us, but y'all, they've been having business credit years. They've been having business credit so long, but now it's kind of given. It's coming to be a known thing. But they've been doing it. I started using it in 2018. That's when I first did business credit. I purchased the property with business credit. I have a class on it. If you have the investor kit, we're going to be talking about business credit at the event, at the Girls Need Real Estate event. But it's something that is so powerful nowadays, but they've been using it since 2000, since the beginning. They have multiple LLCs. When I say they, I'm just saying the higher up, the wealthy, the people who don't tell us, basically. So yeah, business credit, that's a hack. Learn it. Understand that we are all business owners. Like, you don't have to own a business to have a business credit account. You can be a stay-at-home mom and have Stay-at-Home Mom LLC and be building that business funding. You can be putting your child support to that. That's a business. Structure that so that you can get funding. So you can. It's a business, you guys. If what I'm saying doesn't make sense, get on your Zoom, get the investor kit, come to these events, like learn, start educating and feeding your mind. Some of y'all ain't fed y'all mind is starving. Okay? So come. All right. Another thing is, some banks. So I'm going to give you guys some quick funding banks that I like. I love Truist right now. I have a mortgage, a personal loan, a credit card, with Truist. I love Truist. Key Bank is the big one that I'm loving. Navy Federal used to be that girl, but I don't know. Navy Federal then got a little bit big-headed, and they ain't got no good offers. I heard they got a good auto loan, but when it comes to like the things that I need, I'm in the real estate field. They don't really have any promotions for me like they did. So I don't know. Navy Federal, I still use them, but they're not my primary anymore. So yeah, I would say those, as far as money secrets, banks, I like to use them. Another one, I would also say this too: have multiple bank accounts. So when I say multiple bank accounts, a lot of times we so loyal to one bank. Why are y'all like that? You have to have multiple bank accounts because they have multiple products, and your bank will deny you. And then you like, dang, I was with y'all for 10 years. Why y'all deny me? You got to have multiple bank accounts in order to take advantage of multiple products. So think about that. Get on your Zoom. I'm telling y'all got to get on your Zoom. Get around. Get the investor kit. We talk about things like this. Okay. Also, understanding you don't get to an 800 credit score just by sitting on your debt. Good debt and bad debt is the difference. The good debt is going to get you to an 800 credit score. Right now, my goal by the end of the year, I want to get to 820. I'm at 796 right now. And I have over $1 million worth of debt on my credit. But guess what? It's debt that's paying for itself. It's passive debt. It's good debt. So you got to understand, in order to get to that 800, you got to have the right type of debt on your credit. It's possible. You can do it. Okay, so those are a few of my money tips, my little money secrets. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you guys at the Girls Need Real Estate Summit. See you guys later. Bye-bye.